What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Wish everyone good vibes out there. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. Unfortunately, tonight Mavs lose again. Second night back-to-back to Portland again at Portland. 140 to 123 tonight. This one was basically no contest if you're looking at the roster sheet before game. No Luka, no Tim, no Dodo, no Josh Green or Maxi, of course. Starters end up being Spence, Frank Ntilikina, Reggie Seawood, and Dwight Powell. And Blazers were fully healthy. The Mavs put up a hard fight with Spencer leading the way with 12 points. It was 33-31. The Blazers were up at the end of the first quarter. And Mavs were fighting hard. This one actually all of a sudden became like, man, the Mavs they're going to play like this the whole game. They're going to keep up. Second quarter, they actually did that. They continued to fight and claw and stay in the game. Jaden Hardy in transition is so good. He was making so many plays. He finished with a career high tonight, 25 points. So shout out to him. But Blazers end up by 7 at halftime, 61-54. I think Spencer had 14. Seawood had like 12. Third quarter was the big quarter for the Mavs because in the third quarter the Mavs scored 41 points. And actually led a few times in the third quarter, early in the third quarter. Then towards the end, they started to fall behind a little bit, and then Jaden Hardy started getting buckets to really help propel the Mavs to get right back into this game. And by the end of the third quarter, it was 98-95. The Blazers were up, and then basically this game came down to this fourth quarter right at the beginning. The Blazers, not right at the very beginning, I forgot, they only scored a couple points into the fourth quarter, and then they go on a 16-0 run to make it 122-103, and after that 16-0 run, it was game over. I think the starters stayed in for just a few more minutes, and then were pulled, and we had garbage time for the last like 5 minutes. So yeah, that was basically it. That was sum up the game, and then Jaden Hardy tonight. I mean, as I said, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. Some buckets were coming in with garbage time, but he really got a lot of points. He had at least 15 through 3 quarters, so good stuff from him. 8 of 17 from the field, 3 of 10, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Just showing growth out there that he's mature. He's starting to figure out where he can go and get buckets and what he can do, at least to help this team moving forward and whatnot, and what parts of his games to work on. Part of his game to work on because he's been getting really consistent as a shooter, and that's working so well because we already know he can drive the ball. So he's just turned into a good package. Spencer Dinwiddie leading the way tonight, 35 minutes. He had 28 points on 15 shot attempts. You would still like to see more shot attempts, but if he's, especially being the main guy, but still finished with 28 points because he had 12. He was 12-14 from the free throw line. Also had 9 assists. Christian Wood tonight, 23 points and 16 rebounds and 2 assists and 1 block. And see, he shot 22 times. He was 8 of 22. So, hey, he was missing them, but hey, at least he was putting them up. Spencer did a good job, though. I got to give him credit. But just wish more shot attempts. But he's being very efficient with his shooting. So, hey, it is what it is. At least he's being, consistent. Reggie Bullock tonight, 2 of 6 from 3. That's pretty good. 10 points. Do some solid things. But again, the rest of this squad wasn't. Dwight Powell had 10. Bertans off the bench had 3 threes with 11 points. Finished with 11 points. Some good minutes by the young guy, McKinley Wright or whatever. I don't know. That's messed up. McKinley Wright or whatever. Yeah, McKinley Wright. He had a block at the end of the third quarter on Dame. That was pretty nice. So that was pretty cool. That's pretty much it. The rest of this game. Go ahead, sum this one up because sucks. We dropped these 2 games. and weren't able to finish the road trip. But hey, not healthy. But hey, hopefully moving forward now because we have 4 games at home now, 4 game homestand. Hopefully now get some guys healthy back, or hopefully Josh Green, maybe even Dodo back. So if we get those guys in the rotation, and of course Luca, things could be looking right for this team. Get some wins here coming up. Next 2 games for the Mavs are going to be on ESPN. Just to let y'all know. Next game is not till Wednesday, so we got 2 days off. Cowboy game tomorrow or tonight if you listen to us on Monday night or Monday. Uh, and then we got to recoup whether we win or lose the next day. And then Wednesday, finally get some more Dallas sports. Got some Dallas Mavericks playing at home versus Atlanta at 6:30 on ESPN. So that should be fun. And then next one right after that, of course, at home on Friday, January 20th, it'll be versus Miami. So at 6:30. So that'll be fun on ESPN. Then right after that, just to let y'all know, on Sunday, uh, it's against L.A. Clippers. So, Luka's going to be, if he's playing that one, buckets, bet the over. If you do betting, bet over because he's going to be scoring. And then Tuesday, to finish up the homestand, we face Porzingis and the Washington Wizards. It's not even Bradley Beal, it's Porzingis now to us. But yeah, good games looking forward. Mavs still with a 24-21 record. We are fifth in the West. Uh, Still solid. I mean, with still being fifth in the West with how our roster and everything's been this year, to me is really good. So good by the Mavs. So just gotta keep it up, and hopefully now getting guys healthy and go back and get some more wins here moving forward because you definitely need to start racking up these wins and then figure out the whole trade stuff. Definitely look forward. Y'all look for that pod. It'll be a special pod. We're gonna do a trade special. Talk about all who we need to get, what we need to aim for. Realistically, dream scenarios where we get, Kawhi or some random shit. But realistic trade targets coming up. So hopefully get that here done soon for y'all. And that's it. If you want to follow on Twitter at Mavs_rundown. The Mavs Rundown is free on YouTube along with Spotify. I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, and I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.